SemiAnalysis, I'm not sure if you heard the name, but you will. They're doing a lot more than just making waves in the tech world. They have become a tsunami. In fact, the information just wrote how Dylan Patel and SemiAnalysis grabbed sway in Silicon Valley, noting that the company's revenues had just surged to 100 million from 20 million a year ago. Joining me now, Doug O'Laughlin. He's the president of SemiAnalysis. And Doug, I got to tell you, I love your work. But listen, I'm trying. It's hard. I go to school every time I read your work, but I learn something, and it helps me as an investor. I just want to know, though, how come you guys have been so successful? I mean, you make waves every single day.
So I think it comes from we're truth-seeking. We're always trying to get to the bottom of it, and I think we grind and hustle harder than anyone else. I work with amazing coworkers, truly the most talented bench I've ever been in my entire life, and everyone who works there feels the same way. And then the thing that we do more than anything else, we go to conferences, man. We hit the ground.
Right.
So as a firm, we go to 100 conferences a year, and these are technical conferences. We're talking IEEE, PhDs, getting in the back rooms, talking about like eye diagrams. We are deep in the weeds, so we understand the whole picture.
Right. And that's why it's hard for me, but I'm learning, and I appreciate the work that you do. And you also ruffle a lot of feathers. I forgot which one it was. I saw a tweet the other day, or a post. It's obviously someone didn't go to Computex, right? But to your point, like, you guys go, you kick the tires. The most recent one was this sort of thing with the new architecture coming up from Nvidia, this 800V, and maybe being pushed out a year. And all morning long, I saw people saying, no, that's wrong. They refuted it. Where does that stand?
So I think the reality is, like, the architecture, the conversation is about Kyber. Kyber may or may not be pushed out, but the thing is, the demand from the CSPs, the cloud players, isn't as high because they're just trying to digest Oberon, the NVL72 current generation. By doing 2 generations of improvement, which is the power and CPO at once, we think it's unlikely they'll do both on time. That's not to say that there's, like, a lot of this, I think, is mostly because people were over their skis, especially on CPO. People were way exciting, putting out crazy numbers that we are just like, guys, the technology's not ready yet. And that's the problem. But it's nothing wrong. The long-term roadmap is consistent. Nvidia is going to hit, but there can be delays.
CPOs, that's been where the big money has been made, right? I mean, these optic stocks are absolutely through the roof. And you say the technology's not there, you mean from being able to, a capacity point of view, or to be able to live up to the hype?
There's one word in semiconductors that matters. It's yield, okay? Yield is going to be the problem. We think that the technology is relatively new and nascent, and we're very excited for its long-term potential. There's going to be an opportunity to have hundreds, if not tens of thousands of GPU all in one memory domain. That's going to be a revolutionary for making and serving bigger models. But it's a new technology, and CPO has not been really deployed in scale. We think the ramp is going to be slower than maybe the most optimistic people are, and that's what's happening. Is people got over their skis. It's not that it's not going to happen; it's that people got too excited.
So we're an area where Wall Street wasn't excited enough. That was DRAM. Right?
Yeah,
and you know, now of course, you know, we're going to show a chart that goes back to 2001. And it shows why, I guess, you know, you had this, you had this long-term prices drifting, these tight cycles where it would make lower highs and lower lows, but now it's breaking out. And I guess the question is this just the moment in time, a little bottleneck, or is there really a structural difference so that people who buy these DRAM stocks or who think they're going to hold them long-term really can benefit?
So I think I'm so hesitant to say this time is different. I really am, especially with memory, which is historically one of the most brutal boom-bust parts of the entire semiconductor cycle. We are seeing a big breakout in this long-term trend because it's so strategically important. The memory bottleneck is the hardest bottleneck to solve. The reason why CPO matters, it's to solve the memory bottleneck in a bigger, essentially by getting around by just doing it on a package. Memory is the core bottleneck in all of this, and we are very bullish as long as the AI infrastructure and the investment and the ROI of these models continue to be proven out.
Let me ask you about the Mythos is out.
Yep.
It's not the version that scared the pants off everyone, but apparently this thing is this thing is no joke. I mean, it's leapfrogged over ChatGPT 5.5 Pro and everything else. Your thoughts on the impact that it's going to have, and also it's expensive though.
Yes, it's expensive.
Yeah.
So There's a lot of nuance here that I think people don't appreciate. It's like, well, I'm not going to go too into it, but like cash tokens aren't as expensive as, let's say, the list price is. It's going to be a big deal. Now, you saw 4.5 and Opus is what made the Claude Code agentic explosion really happen. The reason why is some level of capability was achieved, and that made the market bigger. Because it was able to do agentic coding is what we'll call it, agentic work, then all of a sudden the entire marketplace exploded. What we need to see is if Fable 5 is able to hit some new capability tier that will blow up and make a whole new market TAM possible. The one that is clearly possible today, I think, is cybersecurity. We're watching all the cybersecurity players say that Fable is so important and 0 days. All of these extremely long-age software programs have these day zero exploits that can't be found by any one human. It's clear that that's a whole new market opportunity. How Fable can be applied and where the ROI for these new markets from this new capability, that's going to be the most important question.
Yeah, I want you to stick around. We're going to take a break, and then I want to talk about maybe zeroing in on some individual opportunities for our viewers.
Perfect.
All right, thanks a lot, folks. We'll be right back with Doug. Stick around. This is some great stuff. We'll be right back.